There's something about Black women over 40 and 50 that turns heads the second they walk into a room, and it's not the price tag on what they're wearing, it's the way they wear it. Welcome back to Melanin Rock Fashion. If you're new here, you are about to learn something that most stylists charge $300 an hour to teach you, so do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button right now before we even get started, because I promise you, by the end of this video, you are going to want to re-watch it with a notebook in your hand. Today we are talking about blazers again, but not the way everybody else talks about them. We are talking about the 5 specific hacks that separate a woman who looks like she just threw something on from a woman who looks like she has a stylist on retainer. And honey, most of these hacks cost you nothing extra. They just cost you a shift in how you think about the blazer you already own. Let's start with the truth nobody tells you. A blazer is not a jacket. A jacket is something you put on to stay warm. A blazer is architecture. It is the frame around the masterpiece, and that masterpiece is you. But here is where so many women over 50 go wrong. They buy a blazer the same way they bought one in 1995. Big, boxy, safe. Something that hides. Sis, we are not hiding anymore. We are done hiding. The new rule for a rich-looking blazer is fit at the shoulder and movement everywhere else. Before you even think about styling, check 2 things. First, the shoulder seam should sit right on the edge of your actual shoulder bone, not drooping down your arm like a hand-me-down. Second, the fabric should have a little bit of stretch or drape so it moves when you move, because stiff, cheap fabric is the #1 thing that ages an outfit by 20 years. Keep those 2 things in mind, and let's get into the 5 hacks that are about to change your closet forever. Hack number 1 is what I call the shoulder reveal. Most women over 50 keep their blazer buttoned or fully zipped, thinking it looks neat and put together. But here's the secret the fashion girls in Paris and Lagos already know. Let one shoulder slip. I don't mean literally falling off your body. I mean choosing a blazer cut slightly oversized in the shoulder and letting it drape just off the edge, almost like you casually threw it on after a long day at a gallery opening. This one small styling choice tells the eye this woman is not trying too hard, she just is. Pair that with a simple tank or fitted turtleneck underneath, and suddenly that blazer looks like it walked straight out of an Italian Fashion Week street-style shot. If you want an extra layer of richness, add a delicate gold necklace that peeks out near the collarbone. That small glimmer against exposed skin does more for your look than an entire jewelry box worn all at once. Remember, the goal is not to wear more. The goal is to wear exactly the right amount in exactly the right place. Hack number 2 is the monochrome trick with a twist most people miss. Everybody knows dressing in one color head to toe makes you look taller and more elegant, but the mistake most women make is choosing the same fabric in every piece. That's flat. That's boring. The rich woman's version of monochrome is tonal layering with contrasting textures. Think a matte camel blazer over a ribbed camel knit, with wide-leg camel trousers in a slightly brushed wool. Same color family, 3 completely different textures. When light hits 3 different fabrics in the same color, it creates dimension, almost like a sculpture instead of a flat painting. That dimension is what your eye reads as expensive, even if every piece came from a mid-range store. And ladies, this trick works beautifully in every color story. Deep burgundy, rich chocolate brown, forest green, or classic black. Choose your favorite family of color, then hunt for different textures within that same shade the next time you shop. Your closet will start looking like a designer showroom without the designer price tag. Hack number 3, and this one is my personal favorite, is the belt trick nobody talks about enough. So many women over 50 think belts are only for dresses or high-waisted trousers, but a thin, structured belt worn over an open blazer is one of the fastest ways to create a waistline out of thin air. Here's exactly how to do it. Leave your blazer completely unbuttoned, then wrap a slim leather or suede belt around your natural waist, letting the blazer fall open on either side, like curtains framing a window. This creates an hourglass illusion instantly, no matter your body type, no matter your age, no matter what is or isn't happening underneath that blazer. The belt becomes the anchor point, the place where the eye rests and says, "Ah, there's her shape." Choose a belt in a rich material, croc-embossed leather, buttery soft suede, or even a woven raffia belt for warmer months. Skip the plastic. Skip the shiny gold buckle that looks like it came from a costume store. A quiet, well-made belt buckle in brushed gold or matte silver will always read more expensive than something loud and flashy. Hack number 4 is about proportion, and it might be the single most underrated styling secret for women over 50. It's called the 7/8 rule. Most blazers are cut at either hip length or long enough to cover your backside completely. But the most flattering length, the one the well-dressed women in Milan and Johannesburg swear by, sits right at the widest part of your thigh, about 7/8 of the way down. This length does something magical. It elongates your legs, it skips over the hip and thigh area most women want to minimize, and it creates a long, lean, vertical line from shoulder to knee. Pair a 7/8 blazer with a slightly cropped wide-leg trouser that hits right above the ankle, and you have created an optical illusion of height and slimness without a single tailoring appointment. If your closet is full of blazers that hit right at the hip bone, don't throw them away. Just be more intentional. Pair those specific ones with a longer, flowing skirt or wide trouser underneath, so the length still balances out. Fashion is never about the perfect piece, it's about the perfect pairing. Hack number 5 is the one I saved for last because it might be the most surprising, and it's called color blocking with your accessories, not your clothes. So many of us were taught that a neutral blazer needs a neutral bag, neutral shoes, neutral everything. But the truly rich-looking women break this rule beautifully. Take a soft, neutral blazer in cream, taupe, or gray and pair it with one and only one bold accessory. A cherry red handbag, emerald green heels, a cobalt blue silk scarf tied at the neck. The key word here is one, not 3, not 5, just one loud element against a sea of calm. That single pop of color becomes the focal point, the thing people remember, the thing that makes your outfit feel curated by a professional stylist rather than thrown together in a hurry. This trick works because it draws the eye exactly where you want it to go, and it shows confidence. A woman who commits to one bold color choice looks like she knows exactly who she is. And honestly, isn't that the entire point of getting dressed after 50 anyway? Now let's talk about something deeper than fabric and fit, because looking expensive is only half the story. The other half, and honestly the more important half, is how you carry yourself in these clothes. I have watched women put on the exact same blazer, the exact same trousers, the exact same shoes, and one woman looks like she's playing dress-up while the other looks like old money. The difference was never the outfit. The difference was posture, pace, and presence. Stand a little taller, walk a little slower, let your shoulders fall back instead of curling forward. When you slow down your movements, people naturally assume you have somewhere important to be and all the time in the world to get there. That is the energy of wealth, not the label inside your collar. I also want to remind you that at 40, at 50, and well beyond, your body has changed, and that is not something to apologize for. That is something to dress for with intention. The blazer is one of the most forgiving, most powerful pieces in your closet precisely because it can be styled to celebrate exactly where you are right now, not where you were 20 years ago. Structure without stiffness, elegance without effort. That is the whole philosophy behind everything we teach here at Melanin Rock Fashion. Before I let you go, I want to give you a quick recap of everything we covered today, because I know some of you are taking mental notes, and I want you to actually remember these when you open your closet tomorrow morning. Hack 1, let one shoulder slip for effortless drama. Hack 2, dress in one color family but mix your textures for depth. Hack 3, belt your open blazer to create an instant waistline. Hack 4, remember the 7/8 rule for the most flattering length. And Hack 5, let one bold accessory do all the talking while your blazer stays calm and neutral. I want you to try just one of these hacks this week, just one. Pick your favorite from the list, go into your closet, and actually put it into practice. Then come back here and tell me in the comments which one you tried and how it made you feel. Because I read every single comment, and nothing makes me happier than hearing how these tips are showing up in your real life. And before you scroll away, if this video helped you see your closet a little differently, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and share this with a friend who needs to hear that she does not have to spend a fortune to look like a fortune. Every single week here on Melon and Rock Fashion, we are breaking down exactly how to look rich, elegant, and completely unbothered, no matter your age, no matter your budget. Thank you for spending this time with me, Queen. Go find that blazer in the back of your closet, give it a second chance, and I will see you in the next one.